Markets. We're joined this afternoon by Lindile Malgas, investment strategist at Absa Investments. A very good afternoon to you, Lindile. Good to have you with us once again. Welcome.
Good afternoon and good afternoon to the listeners. Always glad to talk on markets.
That's great. So let's perhaps start with an overview of the latest performance in both global and local markets.
So we are seeing markets have rebounded today after the declines we saw yesterday. So the European and UK markets are in the green, and so far since market open, we are seeing the US markets also trading higher. And then bringing it back to our local markets, the all share, similar to what we're seeing globally, has rebounded. It's up about 1% today, mainly being driven by resources. They are benefiting from a higher gold and platinum prices. We are now seeing gold trading above $4,000 per ounce. And then we are seeing what has also performed is industrials, those in the green, up 0.6%, financial struggling down 0.1%. Then we are seeing the local currency that continuing to strengthen on the back of a weaker dollar, so trading around 17 Rand 15 to the dollar.
If we look at Mondi PLC, they issued a Q3 trading update, and this resulted in a share price drop of over 16%, and this was in just one day. Can you give us an update on the reasons behind this decline?
Yes, so you pointed out that it is down about 16%. Markets didn't like the results, so the share is trading at lows and all-time lows as well. And on the back of that update, they are expecting the EBITDA numbers. They're expecting those to come in 36% lower. It is more of a cyclical company in nature, so the company is facing a lot of subdued demand and also seeing paper selling prices falling. And as a result of that, you are seeing sales volumes coming in lower as well. And they have also tried to schedule more maintenance shutdowns, and that's to mitigate the impact of some of the softness we are seeing in the markets. And then some of the action that the company is taking in response to some of these macro challenges that they are seeing. They are looking at streamlining their operations. So they have reorganized their two business units. The corrugated packaging business now includes the uncoated fine paper, and then the flexible packaging business will stay the same essentially. And we did see on the back of that markets not liking those results, but we do think it is more of a broader macro effect on the company on the back of lower demand as well.
And come Thursday, which is tomorrow, we are expecting Stats SA to release the manufacturing production data. What are your expectations for the sector's performance?
So far since the start of the year, manufacturing activity has had a more of a mixed performance to the year. So in the first quarter, we saw a contraction with manufacturing activity, and that contributed negatively to GDP. And then subsequently to that, we did see the sector recovering in the second quarter. And since the start of the third quarter, it has had a weak start. So look at the July figures, that was down about 0.5%, but markets are expecting it to rebound by a similar 0.5%. We still do think there's some downside risk within the manufacturing industry. As you are seeing some of the manufacturers from a confidence point of view, confidence is quite depressed in the sector. And this is being driven by cost pressures as well as uncertainty on global trade policy as well.
Lindile Malgas, we'll leave it at that for this afternoon. Thank you so much.
Thanks, Thami.
All right, have a great one. That's Lindile Malgas, investment strategist at Absa Investments. It is exactly 5 minutes to 5 p.m. Central African time. Just a quick reminder of some of the stories that we brought for you today. We did look at the state of tax in Africa, on the entire African continent. And this is on the backdrop of the 13th Pan-African Conference on Illicit Financial Flows, a conversation with Mr. Briggs Bomba, who's programs manager for Trust Africa and also a member of the Stop Bleeding campaign. He did highlight that there are some improvements in tax compliance, but still the areas where there remains extensive bleeding is in the extractive sector. So we're talking minerals here. Collusion and corruption also still a very big problem, with multinationals still getting away with underreporting, as well as not sharing accurate information as far as the export quantities are concerned. We also looked at the latest from the use of retirement funds, retirement savings that were extracted in 2 cycles. We spoke to Liberty there and how South Africans are using that money. But I guess the good news that came out of that is that 60% have not withdrawn their funds. And I think that was a surprise. But also what a surprise for me was the fact that those between the ages of 30 and 50 were the ones who were actually accessing these retirement funds. That's just part of what we brought and had in store for you. If you missed any of this, you certainly will be able to find it on all our various social media platforms at Channel Africa 1 or on Facebook at Channel Africa. And we say bonjour to